Hello, I'm Dr. Gary Dumais, and with me today is Dr. Mickey Fineberg. As business psychologists, one of the most important things that we do is help companies select the best people for mission-critical jobs. Mickey's been doing it for over 30 years, and candidate assessment's been part of my practice for over 15 years. Combined, we've assessed over 10,000 people for a wide variety of roles.
Lots of folks.
Indeed. So Mickey, first question for you today. Why should companies engage pros like us to assess their key candidates?
Thanks, Gary. Well, Gary, you wouldn't buy a house without having an inspector take a close look to tell you whether there's small cracks in the foundation, leaks in the roof, and so on. Buying a home is an important life decision, and a bad decision can be devastating. So it's similar to hiring or promoting a key job candidate. A good or bad decision can have a major impact on a company. So it's wise to make an informed decision by having an expert, like a business psychologist, evaluate and predict a candidate's impact.
Got it. Okay, Mickey. So what we're talking about is what a lot of people would refer to as psychological profiling.
Yes.
But done by an expert, like a business psychologist, to provide companies with the information they need to avoid the cost of bad hires.
Yes, Gary, and I also think it's important to note that interviews by hiring managers, resume reviews, and reference checking are all important, but only account for a portion of the factors that predict a successful contributor. It takes inspectors like us to add vital information for assuring the right decision.
Agreed, Mickey, and that's going to bring us to our next question. What are the key elements of an effective candidate assessment?
Well, Gary, as you know, human beings are complex, and so are mission-critical jobs. Thus, I recommend an interview with a psychologist and the use of multiple and complementary mental ability and personality assessments that are validated for business situations. And I think it's also important that the experts collaborate with hiring managers, much the same way as a team should share all information to minimize mistakes and to assure the best decisions.
I totally agree, Mickey, and at least in my opinion, it reminds me of getting your car inspected. You know, the technician is not just going to check the air pressure in your tires, but rather they're also going to take a look at wheel alignment and your brake pads and engine emissions and so on. And they've got the tools and expertise to do that, and really it's the only way to understand how the whole car is functioning.
I agree. Makes sense.
All right, so that's going to bring us to our last question for today. What kinds of assessments should companies avoid?
Well, Gary, as you just noted, companies should avoid single, off-the-shelf personality tests with computer-generated reports.
Okay.
In a word, they're too often misleading and not reliably predictive. While cheap and fast and very slickly marketed and sold, these test programs only get into surface descriptions without specifying the impact on behavior and results. And they lack specificity around various role circumstances. Returning to your car inspection analogy, you wouldn't trust the recommendation of a technician who just checks your tire pressure and ignores other vital parts of your car.
Right, got it, Mickey. Okay, so it's the off-the-shelf, quick and cheap, single assessments that can easily be misused and too often don't provide enough information anyway for companies to make wise hiring and promotion decisions.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right, so to summarize for our viewers, especially for mission-critical roles, we strongly recommend an efficient and cost-effective blend of psychologist involvement and the use of multiple assessments to provide the information companies need to avoid the costs associated with a bad hire.
Yes, Gary, we've been doing it a long time and we know it works.
We really do, and we'd love to hear from you. Please contact us to learn more. And thanks for watching.